Hi, I'm Suki, the Brown-Eyed Stitcher. This is Flosstube number 27, and I think it's been 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks. I don't know, somewhere in that range of the last time that I filmed. I've also been getting a lot of messages about how long it's been since I've live streamed. Just to quickly address that, I will figure out going live, like, not every day, but regularly. Though if you wish to chat every day, then I invite you to join my Discord community. I will put a link in the description box. It is a fantastic little community, and there's ways that we can like video chat through there. So let's see. It's like 8 a.m. and my preparation on this video is kind of minimal, so my thoughts are very, very scattered, but I suppose what's new? You guys are probably used to that at that point, which is why we end up just meandering through looking at projects. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe. I maybe have 9 projects that I've worked on. And we're going to start with a finish. I just finished this 2 days ago. So this last weekend, I was at Stitching in the Springs retreat. It is in Yellow Springs, Ohio. And this is the same one I went to in November. And I went back in this last weekend. And I will be back in November. It's basically the one that I'm guaranteeing that I'm going to all the time. And this is my finish. Look at it. This is on a 32 count fabric in green. It's called God Rest You Merry Gentlemen by Lindy Stitches. Let's see, this red color, which is the same up here, and some down here too. That's, oh, let me just pull it out. It's Weeks Dye Work Garnet. This color down here is Weeks Dye Works Isla Morada. And then this, the brown in the bed frame, all the bed frames actually, is Gentle Arts Sampler Threads in cinnamon. The rest is DMC. So the 3 that I just named, they are all variegated. This garnet is subtle but present. It's hard to see it on camera, but you can see it in person. And you can see it down here. So, what can I even say about this? Besides, it makes me laugh. And that's why I stitched it. So because I finished it at the retreat, I got to ring the finish bell. And yeah. I don't know what else to say about that. Oh, here's the threads if you want to see them. That's cinnamon, Isla Morado, it's an A, Isla Morada, and garnet. So I started this one last year as part of Mania, the 15th of May, and I finished it the 11th of March, 2023. It's a Lugana, I just saw. It's a 32 count Lugana. It is what 123 Stitch told me was the recommended. I did all recommended, everything, all the things. That's what I did. So that's my finish. I think it's my 7th finish since my 1 year whip parade, which was early November. That's kind of crazy that I've had 7 finishes. That is definitely going to slow down because a lot of the finishes have been smaller pieces like that one, and I'm running out of smaller pieces that are started. Speaking of starts, my birthday was the start of Rivendell. We always call it Rivendell, and I think it confuses some people. The chart is actually called Home in the Mountains. But it is of Rivendell, and so we call it Rivendell. It is this chart. It is by Golden Kite. And I am doing the standard size blended color version. And I started it on my birthday. Several of you did. Some of you started it beforehand. Some of you have started it since. Come here, Pip. Come here. It's okay. People are allowed to walk. They're allowed. The hashtag for all things Lord of the Rings. If you have been inspired by this start, whether you're working on this or anything relating, if you want me to see it, hashtag Suki made me LOTR. Hopefully, Kaylin pops it up on the screen somewhere. I don't know. But if you tag that, I can see your progress. Or you can join my Discord community and post it in there. Anyway, I'm going to show it to you. Oh, wait. Before I show it, no. I'll show. Okay. Yes, I'm going to show you the piece. Decisions. This is 28 count easy count fabric. The one with the gray lines. And Pip, come here, Pip. It's okay. It's okay. 2 strands of floss, 10 stitch. So the same as my treasure hunt bookshelf. And this is my start. This is the upper right corner. I have seen starts in every single corner now, which is fun. Anyone want to tackle the middle? Then we can start from all angles. No, that's fine. So this is the sky up here. Miss Pip, that is not okay. Please stop. Thank you. Okay, so starting in this corner, I don't feel like it's a lot of confetti. The upper left corner I hear is a lot of confetti because it's like tree branch and stuff. Those who have started down here, they say it's a lot of black, so not too bad in confetti. I'm gonna guess that this is kind of less confetti than this, but more confetti than this. That's my guess. Anyway, but this is where I started. It's beautiful. Very, very, you can see I have some threads over here, but very, very pretty. This is about 1%. I don't have my little note card made on it yet, but this is 1%. Oh gosh. Come back here. So the standard version blended thread, standard size blended thread version, there we go, has 80 blends. And what I decided to do was to get these, let me grab the package real quick. Okay, I went to Atom Heart Cross Stitch. And I got her thread blends. I got them in Purple Haze. I think there's 4 different colors. She's got regular thread drops too. Check her out if you haven't. I love supporting small businesses like this. But I will show you the thread blend drops and why I like them. Not that I have them all set up because I've been doing it as I go. So, what you get, these are what I've got. The color is all super washed out. It's okay. This is the small hole that you can hang on a ring. And then you've got 2 holes. These are for your 2 different colors. And then your side slit for your leftover threads. Okay? So I haven't done it. I haven't purchased the blended colors yet, but I need to so that I can cut them all to the same exact length. But then I will hang them here. And what I did was I just wrote down the colors here, and here. The smaller color or the lower number first, and then when I hang it, they're hung by it, kind of like alphabetized, right? What is it called when you do it numerically? And that way I can easily look for which one I'm looking for. But so far I have used I have this many leftover blends. It's not all the blends I've used by any means, but that's what I've got left over so far. Yeah. I really like them. I'm going to really like it when I have the colors so that they're cut to the same length. Because right now I'm just pulling from my master set, and it's not standardized in my master set. So when I'm putting blended threads together, I'm usually cutting off a portion of one of the threads so that they're even, and I don't like doing that. So, but it's a start, 1%. Okay. This one has 346,000 stitches in it. So for me, that's like a middle size. A middle size piece. I did have a second start because, you know, fabric came in and I hit 1% on Rivendell before the end of the week. Actually, I hit 1% on Rivendell, and not kidding, 5 minutes later the mailbox or the mail lady dropped off the fabric that I needed for this chart. So I took it as like the universe telling me it was time for a second new start. So I did. This is The Realm of Middle Earth. It is by Tilton Crafts. You can no longer get it at all. But that is what this version is. It has 67,000 more stitches than my treasure hunt bookshelf. So this is now officially my biggest project in terms of stitch count. However, it is actually going to end up in size slightly smaller than my bookshelf, because this is on 40 count, Verdal even weave. This is there's the size. I just realized I forgot to put my mic on again, and Kaylin's gonna be upset again, because for some reason I can never remember to use it. This is 40 count. Okay, puppy, I need you to stop. I need you to stop. So this is 40 count. 1 strand over 1 tent stitch. And this bit right here. Look at how tiny it is. This is 0.17% of the entire thing. It's about 1,300 stitches, just a little more than that, somewhere in there. So because it's hard to tell what you're looking at, this is the center point of the map. My margins on this piece are adequate, but they're not 3 inches all the way around. So I decided to start in the middle and figure it out from there. It'll take me forever anyway, so it's no big deal. So I'm actually going to do this, the lower left quarter of the piece. So it kind of feels like a corner start because I'm going to work my way this way, and then in 5 years when I finish that, I'll decide whether to go up here or to the left. Yes, this is the bottom right. Anyway, so this is a forest right here. These are mountains, and that is an R. I think it's Fangorn. Fangorn Forest, yeah. Yep, that's what it is. Anyway, that's where it's at. It is so tiny. Like, tiny. Here's a comparison. Oh, wait, let me show you the threads. It has 45 colors. These are the colors that it's got. Anyway, so I bought the threads and her fabric that she had used. I bought them off of my friend who had a baby. Anyway, she started it on 25 count fabric. I honestly have no idea how this is. I think it's oriented this way. It doesn't matter how it's oriented. Like I said, she started it. You can see her stitching like right here. I'm just going to show you the size comparison between the 25 count and the 40 count because it just cracks me up. Like how much of a difference this is. I'm going to have to stand back here. Like, all of this and all of this. Yeah. So, the reason I went with 40 count was because when we all know about my Lord of the Rings wall, right? The one that's doesn't have a single completed piece yet, hasn't been started, but it is a vision in my brain. I didn't want the map, because I knew that its stitch count was so big, I didn't want it to overwhelm the whole wall. I needed it in scale to fit. So a piece this big was going to overwhelm the whole wall, and I didn't want that. So 40 count it is. And now I have 4 Lord of the Rings wall pieces started. I did not fold this nicely. I mean, it's nice, but it's not like how it was. It's fine. It's Suki, it's fine. It's going to fit back in its plastic bag just fine. See? Just fine. It's fine. It's tiny, and I love it. Like hardcore love it. Yep. Gotta put this all back in its bag. So what I hear, so places like, okay, this is a little bit of forest that I've been working in, that middle piece. But you can see like there's forest and mountains and all of that. Like that's kind of confetti, but all of this like blank space, there's multiple colors, but it's much more block stitching than otherwise. So eventually I'll get that, but I'm going to work this quadrant here. I really don't care if there's confetti or not. I just do whatever the next stitch is. It'll all get done eventually. Alright, my next piece is one of the Whip Go calls for March. Couldn't tell you which one, it doesn't really matter, but it is a pattern by My Big Toe Designs called How Great Thou Art. My Whip Go, I don't have a goal set for any of them until I pull them out to work on. And then I kind of set myself a little, it'd be nice if I could finish this section. So what I said was this top border, if I could finish this top border, that'd be great. All I had was this top gray that was up here, so I didn't have any of the vine or anything else. I worked on it and did it. And then I went above and beyond and got that first word in. I will probably finish out this thread before I totally put it away, but look at that, it's done. Well, I mean, this top border is done, and I'm dropping everything. Everything's sliding off my lap. So this is stitched in Weeks Dye Works. Literally dropping everything off my lap. So the gray in the border, this top gray and down here, that is gunmetal. The green in this vining is tarragon. And what I decided to do was I actually stitched the whole vine and then I went back through and added the leaves. Just because of the variegation, I wanted the vining to have a straight variegation, if that makes sense. The flowers is rum raisin. And then the letters is dolphin. There we go. So that's how far I got. This is now my next smallest small. So I imagine this will probably be one of the next things that get finished. It's the next closest finish. Wait. Furthest to a finish. I think you know what I'm trying to say. It is the one that is now closest to a finish. That used to be God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, but it is no longer, because that one's finished. This is on a 28 count linen in white chocolate. It was started in Mania in 2022. The next whip go for March is Mayari. It's a Bella Filipina. Mayari, deity of the moon. I had started her down here, worked my way all the way up, and am now working on her halo. It is a 28 count opalescent Lugana. Cosmos is the name. It's by Bestitch Me. And I want to get the halo finished, so I'm getting pretty close. There are 3 colors of Krynic in here. This is a Krynic color. This blue is not Krynic. So I do need to bring that blue all the way down here and finish filling in here and down here. And then I really want to bead it. I will eventually have scroll rods, so I think I can go ahead and just bead it now. She's so sparkly. She's going to be great. So here's the bottom of her dress down here. That's how big she's going to be, from up here to down there. Because it's in the Q-snap, it looks slightly shorter, but that's okay. She's gonna be very, very pretty. But I really do want to do the beading. I'm a little antsy for the beading, so I think I'm gonna do that, because by the time I pull her out again after this, I could have squirrel frame in hand. Maybe. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll work with it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, what's next? This is A Year in the Woods number 12, the reindeer. And this admittedly did not get a lot of work, but it did get some. There was a snowflake in this corner, but as I filled in down here, I realized it was slightly off, and so I took it out and I need to restitch it. And the only reason that matters is because I want to be careful if I count off of it for the fox. So otherwise it really wouldn't matter if I had that snowflake off, but I didn't restitch that one yet. But he's got legs. Not finished, but he's got them. It's looking very, very, very good. This is Gray Magic. It's a 32 count Lugana by Bestitch Me, and it will have reindeer, fox, swans when it's done. So I've been working it in a diagonal. Maybe you guys can give me an opinion on this. So in the pattern, I just work on it in like kind of 10 by 10 blocks. But I finish out every thread. So if I'm up here and I finish the color up here, then I go and I find the next spot and I just stitch out that thread. So it's not like a strict diagonal, but I'm choosing my color from the diagonal and getting it done. So do I just finish the reindeer all the way out, or do I extend it into the fox? Because I'm in the diagonal that starts here, right? And so when I finish that diagonal and I come back over here, I could start the fox in that corner, or just stick with the reindeer itself. In my head, because they're all one piece, it's kind of all one whip. So it wouldn't be like having a new start, but it would kind of feel like a new start. I don't know, but then it also means I have to jump back and forth between this pattern and thread and that pattern and thread, and so do I really want that? But it could be cool, could be fun. I don't know. It's an idea I had, and I think we know that I sometimes have crazy ideas and need to be reined in. What? Woodland Enchantress. This is a Dimensions Kit Gold Collection. The artwork is by Ruth Sanderson. And in this piece I am stitching all the background, and then I will start in on her. Oh. I haven't looked at that. Okay, so this is on all the kit things. It's 18 or 16 count, Gray Ada. And there it is. I love her outline up here because it's glowy. It's so glowy and it's so pretty. And here in camera, this glows as well. So from here up, that is all done in terms of background. I'm working my way down the, whatever side this is, the right side. I'm almost done. It's got maybe 20, maybe 25 rows left, plus some up here, but about 25 more rows down here. And then it's kind of a narrow strip that goes all the way around here, and it's pretty narrow to come back up here. I think there is still some to do up here. I can't remember. I could be wrong about that, but we'll see. Once I get over here and finish this strip and connect it all up, it's gonna look amazing. I can't wait. But that's where that is now. This is my daily 30 piece. Most days I end up going over 30, so there are some days when I miss working on it, and that's okay because the time is still there anyway. It just keeps me going on it, and I really like it. This is my second oldest project, which is how it ended up getting chosen for being a daily 30. This is Snowshoe Hair 4, 7, I don't know, it has numbers after it, and it doesn't matter because if you go to the sewingshop.ca, it's the only snowshoe hair that's on there. This is artwork by Miriam Rousseau. I'm stitching this for Kaylee 10 Stitch. She's the owner of the sewing shop. She hand-dyed this fabric. It's fantastic. It's a 28 count opalescent. You can see all this. You can see the sparkle, and you can tell here that it's not just one color. It gets darker down here, and there's like some striping. It looks so cool. Anyway, this is 30% finished, and this is halfway down. But it only goes about to here, so he's tall, but anyway. So everything up there is done. Isn't he so cute? I'm excited to finish this and get it back to Kaylee for her to see it in person. He's pretty little. He's 31,000 stitches. So whenever he comes out, every other week, I work on him. I do 10%. He does look so good. So he was this last week that I worked on him. And the last project that I worked on, treasure hunt bookshelf. And this is why I'm filming so early in the day. It's a Monday. It's because it's unrolled because of the retreat. And so I thought I'd show you the rare unrolled view of it. Normally I only do this for my whip parades. So, and I don't unroll it otherwise, really. I'm just working on it. There's no need for me to unroll it because I'm working on a full shelf. Anyway, treasure hunt bookshelf. This is the supersize max color version. The artwork is Amy Stewart. This is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is 28 count fabric, 2 strands over 1, 10 stitch. And it is at just over 62%. 62.15. It's still wrapped up. This is how it travels. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. So I took this to retreat because now I have to do it like every single time. It's such, even though the shelf wasn't finished, I took it. Anyway, okay, I'm just gonna stand up. This is too far back for this. I don't know what I'm doing. Here we go. We're gonna kneel up here on the chair. All right, you ready? Are we in? Are we in? We're in. I'm just giving you a moment to look. Here's the thing. It looks great on camera, in video, in photos, but it is very different to see it in person, like, which is true of any piece whatsoever, and it's no different here. I wish there was a way you could just see it in person, because this really, it looks amazing, but it just doesn't do it justice. Okay. I don't know, here? I'll just have to show you kind of in sections here. I mean, it's just incredible. It really, like, I've stitched all of this and I'm still in awe about it. So, what can I tell you about what I've been doing? Alright, this section here, which is going to be hard to hold because I've got, anyway. I finished the treetop here. I mean, there's a few more stitches here, but I'm going to leave it. There's a book right here. Book. And I'm going to make that the edge of this section. So now I just have to complete right in here. Because starting over here, there's actually kind of a big section. And I'm going to stitch that all together. So that is now the edge of my diagonal. This is Snow White. You can see that's her book, Snow White. Yeah, that's what I have been working on there. gosh, it looks so, this whole thing just, it just looks so, so good. It really does. Okay. Let me roll this up again so I can set it to the side because I have a few more things to show you guys. Yeah. Okay. So I acquired another fostered project, but this one won't take very long. This is, it's Alara's oldest piece, I think. She has been wanting to get, like, she's been feeling a pull to get some of her old works finished, but her oldest work is in that backstitch part of the project. And backstitch makes her sweat, you guys. I've seen it with my own eyes. So I told her I'd do it for her. I told her I'd work on it during retreat, but we didn't have, ended up not having all the threads for it, so I couldn't do it. But I brought it home with me. There's not much left to this project at all, so I will show you though what it looks like right now. I haven't touched this yet, so everything you see right now is her work. It's a dimensions kit, I'm pretty certain. She calls it the Sorceress. I don't know if that's its actual name. I don't have a cover sheet or anything. That's okay. Anyway, so that's what it looks like now. She's actually done quite a bit of the back stitching, and this is cording. It's thicker and it lays differently. She's done a bunch of that. She's done like all the back stitching down here. So there is a lot more like in here and in here to do, but in general, it's really just, I mean, she's probably more than halfway done on the back stitching already in this piece, so. But it was halting her, and I don't mind back stitching, and, you know, she's my bestie. We're gonna get it done. There are charms, and I don't have the charms, so when I give this back to Alara, she's gonna put the charms on and have a finish, and it's gonna be great. So, that's my new foster project. I got home from retreat last night, and I was talking with Kaylin about things, and I said, I brought home another fostered project, and she's like, I'm not surprised. It's hilarious, isn't it? Yes it is. What can I say? We're predictable in our, I don't know. She's like, there's a reason you guys are besties. You have the same ideas and you build upon them. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so I need to get this pattern. Maybe. Here it is. So I got this pattern, I don't know, end of last year, I can't even remember. It's called Prayer of St. Francis. It's by My Big Toe Designs. And I love the words of this piece, and I have since I was in college, which contrary to popular belief, that was over 10 years ago, y'all. Anyway, I was in a choir and we sang a version of, there's lots of versions out there of this song, but I sang a version. Absolutely loved it. But I don't like the colors in this because when I look at it, I'm like, border, not, there's words. Like, these are words. But you can't really see it. So, this is what I have right now. It's a vague idea, but it's an idea nonetheless. These are things I bought at Retreat from Live and Dye LA. This fabric is called London Fog. It's a Lugana, a 32 count Lugana. I hope that looks kind of green to you guys because it does, it is green. Okay, so that's the fabric. And then I was looking at floss and my intention was only getting one of these floss and then using like regular DMC, and hashtag Alara told me to get it all. So I did. Because they all look so good. She's like, but they all look too good for you to only pick one. Alright, because they do. This is Winter Forest. This is Zombie. And this is Amethyst Glass. So when you look at all of them together, they do look so good. And then you put them with the fabric. Yeah. I think this one is going to be the words. And then these two are going to be border stuff. Like I said, it's kind of a vague idea still, but that is what this is for. And that's all I bought, is I kitted up a project. So, yeah. There's quite a few colors in this, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 colors in here. And I'm going to use 3. So the words, like I said, those are going to be that darker, the green one. And then I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do. There's a glare, so it's hard to show you. Come out. It fits so nicely in the plastic. Like, perfectly snug. Okay. There we go. So you have this top border, which is mimicked down here. And you've got that skinny one, that skinny, skinny, big, skinny. But then in between each line of words, you've got just a row. I think it's just the straight, yeah. One line of crosses, that's it. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do this. It might be that I use one, I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to do at that point with the other two colors. These two. Like, do I just stitch all of this in one color? Or maybe because there's this background, so maybe I stitch like the round things and what's in the round things in this color, and then the backgroundy thingy in this color. And then what do I do for these other bands? And what do I do how am I going to do that? And what do I do for the lines in between? I haven't figured this out yet, but I will. I have enough floss that I can play around with some of those details. There is one more project I have kitted up. But I do not yet know that I can show it on here. So I'm not going to. Oh, I'll show you I'll show you the materials though. I just won't show you the pattern. I think I'm safe at this point to do it. But I'm not 100% sure yet. I need to confirm with Kaylin. These colors were chosen by Kaylin. I had a little bit of input, but not much. So there's that. This fabric is a 28 count casual linen in the color sand. She wanted kind of that parchment feel for this. And we have a Leeks dye works called Battleship. And then this is Silk Lame Braid, Petite Silk Lame Braid by Rainbow Gallery. This is good. This is hard. Of course it's silver, the first one. Yeah, there we go. You can see it's sparkly. I've never worked with this thread before, but we've got, oh, they don't have they only have numbers on it. That's okay. We've got a gray color, a silver color, 3 kinds of blues. So there's 1 and 2 and 3, and then green, green, and green. So, it's hard for me to show these on the fabric because of them being all on these, like, cards. Let's see what we can do here. Come on, flip up. There we go. Something like that. Yeah. This is going to be a present. Yeah. Like I said, Kaylin chose all of the things for this. I'm not 100% sure that I can show the pattern on here yet. What else have that might be all that I've gotten recently. I'm trying to think. Okay. So, let's see. Life news. Just a little bit of life news. Because why not? Oh, wait. Let me show you something Kaylin made because it's here. I can't show you the other hat that she made because it's not in here. This she started making for herself, and then she decided that I look way better in this style of hat than she does, so it's now mine. But I don't wear hats that often, so anyway. it's a bucket hat. My hair's up, so it's not gonna sit very well on me, but it's because my bun is up here. It's weird right now. That's okay. But anyway, it doesn't sit that high on me normally. So she made that. She also made a strawberry beret. It's very, very cute, but she has to model it, and I don't have it. And she's asleep, and all the things. Anyway. Oh, okay, 3 weeks. What has happened? Okay, so, I'm like officially divorced. It's been a long process in this state where I live. You have to be separated for a minimum of a year. And anyway, it's really been a multi-year process, but it's completely finalized. And the hardest thing about this separation was that it was, there was a big part that felt like that made me feel like I was in limbo, like I was kind of stuck still. And now that's gone. And it feels good. So good. To not feel stuck. To not feel tied to something that, yeah. Happy to talk about it if you want to message me or Discord or whatever. It's fine. We can do that. Anyway, so that was a big thing. It was also kind of a shocking thing because when I had turned in all the final paperwork, I was told 3 to 4 weeks, but sometimes it takes less, more like 2 weeks. Well, I had turned in that paperwork on a Thursday, the day before my birthday, and they signed it Monday, and I had it in the mail by Saturday. So it was like not even a week and a half when I received that paperwork back in the mail. So anyway, there's that. I've had a lot of appointments lately, just a lot of different things to take care of. Yeah. It's just like medical things. I went to the dentist for a cleaning and it turned into 3 more appointments. Just things that I need to take care of right now. And so that's kept me pretty occupied, plus the retreat, traveling for that, which was so fun. It's a small retreat, and this one in particular had just 23 people there, which was so fun. So those of you who were there, I was so glad to see you, and I hope more of you can come. I'm going to be at Stitch West this year, so I get to meet those of you who are going to be at Stitch West. Also excited for that. It's my favorite part about the retreat is getting to meet the people that I've already been conversing with, but just get to like have that in-person connection, and that I think is the best part of retreats. Oh, what else can I say? Oh, if you know what's been happening with me for the last 2 months, I did get like the best news ever Thursday evening, and it's so good. Some of you know this, more of those details at this point, and others don't. It'll come out over time, I promise, but if you've been on my live streams over the last 2 months, you might have a guess at what's going on. Feel free to message me if you want like details now. I'm happy to share them, but it's good. So, I'm trying to think if there's been anything else. The last week and a half, I've definitely started to feel more of inner capacity open up. So, and what that just allows me to do is things like clean my house, not just like keep it kind of tidy and sanitary, but like the boxes that need to be taken out to the recycle, like that, or decluttering, deep cleaning. Not even deep cleaning. We're not even talking deep cleaning. I need to do like regular cleaning. I've done surface cleaning, but not regular cleaning. Why am I telling you all of this? Going on walks, exercising, taking like that next step in eating and stuff like that. So for the last week and a half, I've been starting to feel the increased capacity come back, which is fantastic. And I knew that whenever I go away on a trip, I usually come back also feeling ready. So having that increased capacity and knowing I was going on this trip, I kind of knew that I would come back and kind of want to hit the ground running. And the news that I got also this last week only helps in that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's still kind of a part of me that's like taking things one day at a time, but I can also kind of take it 2 days at a time. Like, oh gosh. Yeah. There's other things that's going on, music things that I really don't want to get into because I'll just feel like I'm complaining, and I don't want to do that. But that has also been keeping like an added load and added to the busyness and everything. So anyway, I hope this video has found you well. We're sitting right about an hour now. If you're not well for whatever reason and you need some company or a virtual hug, please send me a message. The Brown Eyed Stitcher on Instagram. If you're on Discord, you can find me there. You can send personal messages on Discord as well. You can leave a comment here. That's public, but you can do that if that's your thing. Anyway, much love to you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.